right, so I just got a simple spoolie. And we're gonna comb them out first. I always comb the inner part of the brow up. And as you can see, I have very little brow left. Oh, that's okay. I can always draw them in for the rest of my life, so I don't care. Comb this up and out. Then I have sharp, make sure it's really sharp because it helps to give you, I'm gonna have an Annabelle liner in, and I don't even think this is intended as a brow liner, but who cares? It works great for me. It's in 124 taupe, and yeah. By Annabelle. Nice color. So what I do is typically, especially as you age, the brow starts to round out, and I don't like that. I like a really nice squarish frame in the brow. And please forgive my makeup. I've got to do some blending and I'll show you why after. So what I do, well, this is really hard to do it in the video instead. So I start here where the brow begins and I move up a straight line. And I don't bring it down too much. I kind of go upward and thus gently bring it down. Then I go to this corner and really lightly, barely touching, then I'm going to go in and create a decent arch. Then in this area, you can feel free to color it in, and you can color it in darker because it's the outer edge of the brow, so it looks fine. I like to have some definition there. And in here, I just point that tip a bit. And in here, I just leave it blank, and I'll show you why after. So I'm going to go in and draw the other one now. Hopefully I get them both even. And take your time. When it comes to doing makeup, if you want to do it well, just take your time. Don't rush yourself. And then again, and I'm focusing on, like, basically I'm drawing a straight line. I'm not curving this. I'm going a straight line right up to my arch. And the arch, it should fall, I think, outside the pupil. I'll look into that to make sure. And then I'll post it in the video somewhere. So here. And you don't have to worry about the brows being identical. They're not supposed to. How does that expression go? They're not supposed to be twins. They're supposed to be sisters. I love some of the expressions that we come up with in the beauty industry world online. Okay, so I've colored that in. I'm pretty satisfied. Now, what I like about this pencil is that it has a wax base. So obviously it's going to, and I keep my hairs trimmed very close to the, just by running through a little eyebrow comb with some scissors, and I use the blunt tip scissors like these so you don't hurt yourself and poke your eye out. These work great, and then you go in with your small comb and then you pull those lashes forward, the eyebrows forward, the hairs that grow a little crazy, and then you just trim them. And don't overdo it. Don't go too close to the skin. You want to try and keep a full brow. One trick to looking younger, if you're a mature lady like me, is to have a fuller brow. A fuller brow actually makes you look younger, because we all had fuller hair, fuller brows, and fuller everything. I don't know about that. Now I'll correct myself there. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is take my spoolie again. And normally some people would use product in here. I don't even have to bother. I've got enough residual product and even some left on my spoolie that I just go in and very carefully toward the center of the brow, blend and pull that color in. So it creates kind of a soft gradient effect. And be careful, like, don't smear it around because you will make a mess. But we'll clean this up and I'll show you how. So then we go into the other eye, and again, so I'm just going to grab the line of the eyeliner and pull it upward into the hairs. And then at the top, I'm going to bring that down. And that creates a decent blend. So you can see I'm like messing it up a little bit here, but that's fine. It's no biggie. So I'll show you what we do with it after that. And then I just make sure to comb Okay, now what you want to do, this is the trick that's going to make them look really perfect. Bear with me a second here. I'm going to find in this crazy mess I call a makeup drawer. So you take a flat, this is like a really large, I'm guessing it's a concealer brush. Dollar store, holla. And then, I think my daughter's laughing at me. My nerves. Then on the back of my hand, twirl some Superstay Better Skin by Maybelline. This is just drugstore stuff, Walmart stuff, but works for me, and mine is in shade Ivory 10. I like something lighter on the brow because it really makes the brow pop. And also, like, you'll notice my blending on my eyeshadow is kind of crappy. It's not bad, but you'll see there's a little bit of, but I don't worry about that. That's because I do my brows later. So you go in with your brush. Don't have a big glob of it on. Make sure it's nice and clean. And then go in really carefully and carve out that brow space. Now you're going to end up with concealer extending beyond, and that's okay. We can blend that after, and I'll show you a trick to getting rid, because sometimes when you're doing it, if you're like me, you'll get a heaviness in the line here. We'll fix that up. And here I'm going to go in very lightly though. I'm not pressing as hard because I don't want it to be as thick up here. And clean that up like so. And then this brightens the area a little bit too. Okay. You know what? I'm not using a mirror. I'm using my phone as my camera. So yeah. It's a little bit more challenging than usual. So you're going to go in and just pull and be careful not to mess up your beautiful cleaning work. I'm going to go in and just tamp around it so you're blending it through. Looks good to me. And you see how that color delineation kind of creates like a highlight, like a pop. So it makes your brows just stand out that much more. So I'm going to go in with the rest of the concealer I have on. And same thing with this one. I'm going to need a little bit more concealer for the top, just a tad. So far, so good. And yeah, I don't have my extensions in, so this is my hair without extensions. Oh no, no. My sad. I miss my longer hair, I really do. Okay, and then bring that down and through. Ooh, I got lots on there this time. Probably more than I wanted to put on, but whatevs. You can blend it through. That's the beauty of concealer and foundation. So, like so. And make sure that is really well blended. And you probably want to rub off that area where it's like the line's a little bit too pronounced. I probably also took off most of my foundation, which sucks. It's okay, dust that off. And then I like to take just a light dusting powder. I use, let me see. This one's really good. It's nice just like when you're doing finishing work with it. It's the e.l.f. Perfect Finish HD powder. And it's easy to hit pan on this because it's, you don't get a lot of product, I think. This is in Sheer, shade Sheer. And then I just go on very gently, not great. Don't smear it or anything because you're going to mess up the work you just did. And then set it. set the concealer with the powder. And I find what this does too is it helps blend this. So you get this really nice. So yeah, that's pretty much how I do my brows. That's it. And I see here that I have an area that's a little bit blank. No problem. To calm these eyes up a bit. And there you go. And you put your setting spray. And I use the, what's this called? And don't forgive the green. I've got, this is the Fast and Fabulous Hard Candy line. Hard Candy has been doing some cool stuff. Like their highlighter. It's really good, actually. So anyway, yeah. So that's my eyebrow tutorial.